Alright, Shalom. This is another installment of a study, what would be called impromptu study. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of this truth. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone. And all the other elders who rule well. Peace to the brothers and sisters pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Now, the study is going to be about things that are motivated towards your children. Okay. Biblical edification. Milk. Cloverland. I've had this brand before. It's totally disgusting. All right. And there's studies that have come out now, ladies and gentlemen, that milk weakens and cripples uh, the melanin and the activity of melanin and the properties of melanin. It weakens it. Milk does. It also has a toxic mucuses of a variety of sorts that give way to a host of bacterial illness. Okay, that's another gross brand. Look at that. Disgusting. But you're growing up as a child, you're gonna have your milk, your cookies, you know. Definitely everyone's gonna cry about having chocolate milk. Now, this is why. I mean, you're giving your child this at a young age, starting him right up, sinning again. Not only does he have his toys, but now your child's getting involved with potentially blood from a female cow's udder that could be infected, dirty. Going through all these plants and processors. But if you ever seen that movie like, what is it? Chucky, Child's Play, where the blood goes into this abominable factory for an abominable doll, but it mixes in through the whole processor. Who knows if minuscule bits of blood from a sore cow tit doesn't get in your child's delicious cup of milk? Who's to say that doesn't get processed in there? And it's also a matter of fat. It's got some protein in there, but it's also a matter of fat. In Israel, we're not supposed to eat any manner of fat, consume any manner of fat. And we're also not supposed to consume any manner of blood. You already know how the cows are butchered. Just imagine how they're milked. They got a nice, crisp, clean photo here of a dairy. But then, some of these farms are dirty as shit, man. She's meant to milk. And when your child grows up, you're supposed to keep them away from horrible foods like extreme sugars, sodas, snacks, all that candy and shit. And most of y'all are making them real sweet, filled with fat, cake with icing on it, man. With icing and cream, or whipped cream. Alright, to clog your little baby's developing heart and arteries, man. Giving them that Boston cream donut. I'm just telling, man, this is focused on the babies right here. We can't be giving them things constantly that could cause gastrointestinal problems, that could cause bacterial growth inside of his developing body, and his young immune system. We got milk, you got chocolate milk, all these processed milk, all these fucked up factories, bloody cow udders. You got icing on the cake, your role models. Next girl here, through advertising, get your child stay hooked on that throughout adulthood. You know, where they don't even realize that they're yummying down on fat as an Israelite. You know, on yeast, on leaven. They're yummying down on curdled cream from a potentially hormone GMO diseased cow udder. All right. And now, of course, you have this. This is involved in your child, especially if you send them off after signing the birth certificate into public schools or private school systems. They'll be making crafts, arts, and craftiness out of supplies known as glue. Now, what does glue come from? Look at this fella. It's a bull with horns. Of course, it's the pyramid. It's got one eye showing. Kind of in the center of the pyramid. They like to do that. And the name is Almar. So it's power bitter. Bitter power. Bitter Almarium. Alamarium. I don't know. It seems to me that, you have this head of a calf, of a bull, alright? And it's for children. It's got a smirk, it's got his eye right there. Um, you even have the pyramid divided this way. And it's made out of animal byproduct, the hooves, the bones, the leftovers of the meat shop and the dog food factory. Make sure children's glue, that they use day to day if you send them off to the indoctrination station. You know, you make a mess of this shit, it's annoying. But luckily they have stuff that's, washable. But still, you remember this stuff. But think about it. This substance right here, and this is what they do, man, to ponies, you know, to undesirable horses and steeds, right here in the glue factory. You know, you got Elmer going back to y'all worshiping that bull god. The Baal Barith. The power of the community, the Lord of the community. There's what the traditional glue factory looked like after it got shut down. I'm not sure where this one is, where you make your polymers and your adhesives, right? Now, Elmer's claims that it doesn't use animal byproducts, but at one point in time, I'm pretty sure they did. But most adhesives are going to be using products of bitter powered animals. It's fucked up, man. And so you're basically spreading blood everywhere. You're basically just spooching out blood everywhere. Think about that. You don't know how processed well that milk is. You can get that real cheap, great value milk. And all these milks taste different. Man, fucking disgusting. You don't know if there's DNA evidence of blood. There's definitely fat, you know, coming through with these. Now they coming out with dairy pure milk by disgusting flavor, and you can get this at 711. 79 Holdings. You can get this at Cracker Barrel. And you can get it everywhere now. You can get this, I think at Walmart. You can get this gross as shit milk. It's disgusting. It destroys the potential of you getting a tan. Alright, and it also creates various ailments in your body. You know, I can put up some titles to some videos so y'all can go search on YouTube. I don't believe I had the link, but I'll check that out. Alright, disgusting. And it all goes back to this one doctor who sent, I think, a letter to 500 doctors in the United States, something in like the 1940s or 1950s, something like that. And out of the 500 to 700 doctors or whatever, a majority of them agreed to his statement claiming that bacon, eggs, and milk are a hearty form of breakfast. Alright, that doctor was a demon. That doctor was a devil. The doctor was most likely an Edomite. And through word of mouth and through convincing people, he convinced all these doctors in the country, a lot of them, to convince their patients. And that's how you have eggs, bacon, and sausage now as part of your dietary need to haves. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, you bunch of hoes. And you notice the M, Monsters Inc., you got Google, you got Masons, alright? You got M&T Bank, you got M&M, alright? You'll notice there's a lot that goes on where M is involved. Alright. And the Lord of Hosts, Yahweh, Tazabawath, 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 Yahweh Tazabawath, Yahweh Tazabawath, Tazabawath, Yahweh Tazabawath, 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 Yahweh, Lord of Hosts. Alright? Don't mess with them. Don't mess with them. And that's why you're trying to weaken the people through defiling their temple, making the Most High have to destroy them. You know, because they're ignorant. You know, they're ignorant. At one point in time, a miracle happened, the Lord was calling you, and you didn't go. You know, so now you're forever ignorant. Alright? And now the other nations and the Edomites are destroying you. Because they have formed a pact with Satan and his angels, who are playing their ass, along with all the other 2/3 evil nations who are getting played. And drinking blood will cause you to do a lot of dumb shit, make you angry and things like that, man. Cooking your meat medium rare is gonna make you angry and stupid, man. Alright, so the Lord of Hosts will kick your ass, man, if you don't calm down. Lord of Hosts is gonna come around on both sides of the coin. You know, the Most High sits on his throne. Yahweh is on the right hand side, and Satan's on the left hand side of the iniquity of the law. Alright, so if you're in iniquity of the law, expect the Lord of Hosts to jack you up with the adversary. And if you're maintaining righteousness, expect the Lord of Hosts to assist you in that time, like in Joshua. Then, when our children aren't being taught thoroughly, more so, even more, which they should, before they go out into this competitive world, alright, that John Smith comes along, and then he takes over poor 14-year-old Pocahontas here, and that's all you hear about it. The same time you're using Elmer's glue, alright, to glue your little tissue paper teepee together, alright, or your bathroom paper towel teepee together, man, or your turkey feathers, just to implement turkey every fucking year. In the first grade you do a turkey and you hear about Pocahontas, man, getting hurt by fucking John Smith.